What is up? Welcome back. Another episode of Blood and Beer. This is the lightning fast recap for UFC Vegas 108. We had Tatsuro Taira taking on Hyungsung Park, and Tatsuro Taira goes out there and makes quick work of Hyungsung Park, drops him early in the fight, shows us some striking we hadn't seen in previous fights, some head movement as well, and then in round 2 he said, "I'm done with this," takes the back of Hyungsung Park, and wins by rear naked choke, more of a face crank, gets the job done, keeps his spot as number 6, and one of those young guys at flyweight that's looking to fight for the title in the next year. Tatsuro Taira doing the damn thing, doing it well. And then Chris Duncan and Matus Rebeski put on a potential fight of the year where Chris Duncan gets the nod by unanimous decision, but that doesn't tell the whole story, as Matus Rebeski goes out there early, beats on Chris Duncan a little bit, but Rebeski's face is absolutely battered. And Duncan comes into just about every fight as the underdog. He's always overlooked. Well, this fight, it didn't matter. He goes out there, gets the victory, and he's now 3-0 in his last 3 fights. Potential fight of the year. And Matus Rebeski always putting on fight of the year contenders. Last year against Miktebek Orobai, took 6 months, 7 months off, comes back, and now he puts on another one with Chris Duncan. They won $50,000 each for this fight, for a fight of the night. And speaking of guys that won $50,000, Esteban Ribovic and Elvis Brenner also put on a potential fight of the year, and we've had a lot of those this summer. I mean, you look at Nicholas Mota versus Salikov, you look at Josh Van versus Brandon Royval earlier this year, Murad Vivalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov. There's just so many great fights we've had this year, but this fight, Elvis Brenner and Esteban Ribovic, it was nasty. Elvis Brenner can take some damage. Ribovic was just landing huge combos on him, unleashing some nasty boxing. The body kicks were there, and then when you thought Brenner might have been hurt, he would crack Ribovic, wobble him, set him back a little bit, landed some spinning back fist, landed a spinning back kick at the end of the fight. It was a great fight, great showing for both men, but in the end, Esteban Ribovic gets the nod, unanimous decision victory, but hell of a fight. Lot of output there. In the fight prior to that, Carol Rosa, she picked up a dominant decision victory over Nora Cornoli. Not a lot to say about that fight, but Carol Rosa did what she needed to do in the stand-up and on the ground, dominated Cornoli everywhere this fight went. Then, the old dog turns the clock back as Neil Magny gets a TKO over Elizu Zaleski dos Santos in round 2 after taking his back and ground and pounding him out of there. Bouncing back after a 2-fight skid, Neil Magny will be keeping the gates forever for the UFC. In the curtain jerker of the main card, Kevin Vallejos put on a good showing against Danny Silva in a fight where he was tested. Both guys were landing significant strikes, but Kevin Vallejos, with his power and his composure, he was able to get the job done. Fights through gas and out towards the end of the second round, has a second burst of wind, and gets the victory. Then on the prelims, we had Rinya Nakamura. It only took him a minute to get Nathan Fletcher out of there by putting his toes directly into Nathan Fletcher's ribs and picking up a round 1 TKO that started with a body shot. Then we had Rodolfo Vieira. He outstruck Tresean Gore in a fight where Tresean Gore showed elite level takedown defense but no striking at all. And Rodolfo Vieira, multiple time world champion in BJJ, picks up his first decision victory in UFC, in MMA in general. He's never won a decision in MMA. First one in 11 fights, and he does it by outstriking Tresean Gore. Then we had Andre Puliev. He scores a round 2 TKO with another body shot. This one to Nick Klein, as Klein had him hurt bad early in round 1 and then just death gassed in round 2, which allowed Puliev to go out there, strike him up, and get him out of there. We also had Austin Bashi pick up his first UFC victory with a rear naked choke in round 1. Rafael Estevan, who missed weight by 4 pounds, picked up a unanimous decision victory in almost 11 minutes of control time against Felipe Boons, in a fight that I wouldn't recommend going back to watch, but he did the damn thing and remains undefeated, and it moves to 16-0. And then in the curtain jerker for the entire damn thing, we had Piera Rodriguez. She scored a split decision victory over Caitlin Souza, and a card that on paper looked absolutely terrible turned out to be pretty interesting. That's all we've got for you tonight. 2 fight of the nights, 2 fight of the year contenders, and thank you for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on X, Blood Beer MMA, and yeah, that's all I got for you. Let us know what you think of this lightning fast recap that we're putting out for you on just about every card we can.